Okay, so isn't it joyful? I was just going to tidy up under here. I'm going to have a clean up later, a proper regimented clean up. I found no end of tail ends, live tail ends, redundant tail ends, loose and crappy wiring. How the hell this thing didn't burst into bloody flames, I don't know. But whilst having a look around, I noticed the old fan belt was completely chewed up. So I've ordered another one. Says may take a bit longer than I expected. And there's just a layer of filth under here. Petrol has to be done. Oh. It's only 8:30. We're already up to 22 degrees. At last, at long bloody last. Today's supposed to be 30 degrees, but thunderstorms later. We'll see. Excuse me. I was finishing the bike off yesterday. Just clear this junction. Finishing the bike off yesterday. And it got up to 29.2 degrees and I cooked. Haha! I'm a cooked Allen. Almost flambéed. Fortunately, in many years of being abroad, I don't burn. I just go a nice shade of brown. So I'm looking all handsome and sexy this morning. And if you believe that, look up, there might be some pigs flying. A couple of things. The alternator bulb, rewind, alternator belt. Actually, we can go in here. This will do me. Get some bickies for this afternoon. And I'll resume about the alternator belt in a second. Right, remind me guys, where were we? Alternator belt. Yes, quite specific on these. When you go on, you have to adjust it up to 8 Newton meters. So the belt was a bit tight. It's the right one, right part number from a good dealer. A real bitch to get on. I mean, it's patience and swearing about your fingers getting nipped, but so got it on. Got the torque thingamy bob me what's it out. And it was 8.5 Newton meters loose. The belt was so tight as a new belt, required no adjustment. Whirred a bit for a few minutes this morning when I fired it up. It's only 8:30 now. I got out early because it's going to be a roaster. And as much as I don't like riding in really cold weather, pointless riding in really hot weather on a Saturday because everyone will be out. If it was a weekday, I'd go for a good long ride, but weekends get chaotic around here. There's so much building gone on, so many new houses and the traffic is immense. Anyway, while I was at it, I thought, I know, I'll fit an alarm. I stuck my little flashy light there and stuck the alarm in and wired it up. Hee, I've got an alarm. Whoopee. Don't know why. I just thought it was a sensible thing to have. We do these things, don't we? There's a hole underneath the tank where the ABS unit, big box unit, used to sit, or is made for one to be fitted. When this was made, you could choose to pay the extra for ABS or not, and the owner of this chose not. So I've got a big hole, which is where the alarm goes. So to get to that, they've got to strip the seats off, the tank off, whatever, blah blah blah. Use that also to put my relay in because it's close to the battery for my lights. I've got the lights, but I want a particular type of bracket, and that probably won't arrive until Monday, Tuesday, whatever. So I've got the wiring down to the bars. It's sort of sitting there, and then as soon as I get the brackets I can clip them on. The wiring's all under the tank, the relay's wired up. Obviously I don't have a fuse in it at the moment, so lights on, fuse in, I'm away, and everything's a good one. But the amount of butchered wiring, now BMW are quite sort of mumbly about their torque settings. The bolts I undid from the alternator were put on by GRRRRR, and the old belt was really sloppy and worn. And the wiring, man, the wiring under here. There's an accessory socket here for a USB and for a standard the little plug. They were useful, I have used them. But the wiring, I couldn't get the USB to work properly. When I plugged it into the phone, it was sort of a bit glitchy. No wonder. The wiring was so broken up and crusty. So many sort of bare parts of the wire. How the hell I didn't have a fire? And further investigation, where there's been accessories on this bike, some idiot has just cut the wires with side cutters and left them. More live tail ends than snowdrops in a Swedish winter. It was ridiculous. And I thought, while I'm here, done the brakes, the gearbox, bevel box, blah 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 blah, but I hadn't done the clutch lead, being a fluid clutch. So I bled that right through, drained it right out, flushed it with fresh fluid, and then filled and bled it. My goodness, what a difference the clutch feels like. It's smoother, it's more positive, and there's none of that snatchy grab. So all in all, this morning, so far, I am a very happy bunny. And I shall be even happier this afternoon. I've got some ironing to go home to. 40 miles an hour. Again, 3 of the buggers, I'll never get past all of them in one go. Do my ironing, t-shirts, all that sort of rubbish. and then I'm going to go and sit in the sun with a nice can of ginger beer or a nice cup of tea and enjoy the hot day, because I can. I consider myself blessed. When you think of all the wars that are going on around the world, the poor evacuees and the refugees and the soldiers getting slaughtered, and I can go home and sit in the sun with a cup of tea. You tell me the world isn't a good place to be. Well, for, you know, for a lot of us. I think we sit at home and see these things on the news and we don't realise just how blessed we actually are. What is this guy up front doing? Oh, that's one less. But it depends on what traffic is coming the other way. Not a lot. Hello, mate. Oh, that sun is potent. I've got my I say thin, my thin jeans type trousers on, the ones with Kevlar in, and I've got all my vents open and my summer aired gloves, and it's warm. Hee hee. Odd little globe in the sky. Let's just hope it stays a while. So it's an update rather than a mumble. Alan's in a happy place. I hope you're in a happy place. And I hope all my chapesses and chapettes are all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are. Again, just a short one. I had nothing to mumble or moan about. I normally have ideas and I can ramble on for many of the day, but I think I'm just relieved that the bike's all done. I've got a tan, I don't care, and I'm going home for brekkie and chocky bickies. You have a wonderful week. Ah, Capri. Mark 1, I loved those. Always wanted one when I was younger. And I mean, I always wanted one. And it looked in good condition. So, bye-bye. See you soon.